Hey everybody, welcome to the 1804 show, chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is episode 51. Yeah, I have a special guest tonight. I got nothing but love and respect for this man. I would say he the godfather of this closing stuff. He was he's the GOAT, you know, and like I said, I just love to bring entrepreneurs and businessmen on here. Whoever wants to run a business, these the people to listen to. These the people to follow the blueprint. But yeah, I just want to appreciate everybody who tuned in to the last live. I had to speak my mind. I had to do it. And I feel like it's nothing wrong with being honest. We need that. Because everybody talk about real, but, you know, real recognize fake too. So we really be needing these type of conversations. You feel me? Because we got to hold ourselves accountable sometime. And I just think that's necessary. That's really important that we have these type of discussions. How else we gonna make progress if we don't point out the flaws and that's just it. But yeah, I'm just waiting on him to get on here and click in. But like I said, I've been waiting for this. I'm gonna bring him on now. Yo,
What
yo.
up, bro? What's happening?
Man, nothing, man. I just wanted to say, man, thank you for coming on the show.
Oh yeah, no problem.
So how you been?
Can't complain, man. Blessed, staying busy, staying out the way.
Sure, I
How about
already
yourself?
know, man. Man, I just been like just enjoying the second chance I got, bro. Just this responsibility, because
Yeah,
everybody don't understand that it's a responsibility that comes with trying to create something and to also like give people just that sense of vision and stuff. Because I think it just a lot of people don't understand like it's really hard to really create your own empire.
oh yeah. They won't understand it until they actually do
Mm-mm. Yeah, man. But yeah, let's get started. I don't know if you
it.
saw the topic yet, but I was just
Yeah.
pretty much
I
going on a
didn't.
tangent earlier about it's just how people don't respect the ones that's by themselves, but they respect the ones that be in packs, that be in groups and everything. Not saying that something wrong with that, but I'm just saying as far as somebody who's trying to leave something behind, trying to have a legacy out here, because we
Yeah,
really don't have anything that's passed on to us. We got to make ourselves. So and then with
oh
you and
yeah.
everything, I don't know if anybody ever told you that, but you was really like one of the first people out here that had the clothing line on lock, the closing thing, man. I
Uh,
bought a couple things from you and stuff, and I still have them to this day.
yeah. Nah, it's definitely a blessing coming from where I come from to get all the attention. Um, you know, just for starting the entrepreneurship. Um, I wouldn't say I was one of the first ones, but
I
it's some people that
mean,
was before me that did the clothing line. But for our, for our generation, like I really kind of like set the tone, and set the bar high for, entrepreneurship just in itself, not just clothes in itself, but entrepreneurship as a whole.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I say that with grace, because it's just a lot of people, pretty much is doing it now. So it's just like we really
Yeah.
have this thing, we have this problem with giving people their credit, man, and giving people they just do. And I'm big on that, because I always gave people their props.
Yeah.
I never been no hater, anything like that. I've always bought black. That's one thing that I always done. I wear my nigga shit before I
Hmm.
wear somebody that I don't know or won't even appreciate me or say thank you for, helping me feed my family. I'd rather give my dollars to somebody that I know.
Yeah,
And and we just have this
for
problem
sure.
as, just black people, period, because it's not a Saginaw thing, it's everywhere. But we just have a problem with that, man. And I don't understand it. I just think that nobody wants to see somebody win or each other win. And I just think that, it gotta, start with us, as far as our generation. Cause we just like, the OGs now. So, and I just tell people like, things can
Yeah.
change if we want them to change, because shit, we in control of that. We in control of, what's
Yeah.
hot and what's, high in demand. We in control of that. And that's what and that's why I bring people on here, so everybody can get a chance to know the person. They know the face and they know, what we do on our platforms and social media and stuff like that. But I don't think, really anybody
Right.
knows particular origins. And that's why I wanted to bring you on here, because I always wanted to know, like, what was your inspiration behind the freshman and the other stuff that you do?
Oh man, well I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot. Uh, but the inspiration, really all I get all my inspiration from my grandmother. Uh, she the one who kind of like put the battery in my back and showed me, a lot of different things as far as like with the designing and just like drawing and being creative. So like I give like her a lot of like thanks and things
Yeah,
like
man,
that
that's
for her
what's up.
because she the one who really like put it, you know what I'm saying? She didn't really want to put me in position to be where I am now.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And I'm sorry for your loss too, man. I lost both my grandmothers, man. And my grandmothers was like
No, my
my
grandmother's still
babies.
alive, bro. Both of my
Oh,
grandmothers
okay.
still alive.
Yeah, my bad, my bad. I know it was somebody
Yeah, yeah,
that you
yeah.
was
They both
close
still
to.
alive.
Yeah, I know it was somebody like you was close to,
Yeah,
because
my aunt, both of my aunts just passed. Yeah,
oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. That scrap that, but that's what I meant. you
yeah.
know,
No, you
it's
good,
just
you
a lot
good,
of,
you good, you good.
but yeah, it's just a lot of people, we really, us as men, um, depending on if you had like a father figure in your life or in a home and this and that, a lot of our influence came from the women of our families and stuff like that. Because I lost both my grandmothers and stuff, and
Yeah,
I lost my aunt, my favorite auntie, who rescued me from Saginaw um, back in 2008. She was the one that made me come and
mm,
live with her in New York and allowed me to experience that it was a bigger world out here. And we just had laid her to
mm,
rest, man, and and I was able to tell her about the show. Even though she couldn't respond to me, she smiled, because she was just always like, you destined for big
yeah,
things and this and that. I was like, man, I don't know, Auntie, but I'm trying out here. She was like, you know, only you can mess up your blessing. So, and I just really admire her for that, because it takes somebody to push you, even though you have the potential, even though you have the will is always that person to,
Yeah.
put the extra whip topping on it to make you go out and do it.
Oh yeah.
And and also I wanted to ask you about um, when you was able to, get the shirts made and the clothing and stuff, and you was able to, put the product out. How did that feel when you first made your first sale?
Oh man, it's a great feeling. Just to take a idea, basically, an idea and turn it into some money. Like, who would ever thought? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was a great feeling. Especially like when I had the freshman brand. We was doing the jogging suits and everybody around the city. Like you couldn't go nowhere without seeing somebody with one of them damn jogging suits on. So I mean, it was a good feeling. Uh, you know, Something that I accomplished. To have the city rocking with me like that.
Man, I tell me about it, man. I feel that too, because when you just start with an idea, and a lot of these corporations, a lot of these companies started from a place that you wouldn't even expect. And just to have them come
Yeah,
from where they came from into a big corporation, big locations, and all across the country, it's a wonderful feeling because I would tell
yeah,
you and tell everybody else that I made so much money, working where I work. But when I first got paid off doing this, bro, man, I was in tears. Even though that donation was $40, that was the $40 that I created,
yeah.
just with my profession. So it was great, man. So I know exactly what you mean. And then just have the city come and
Yeah,
support you. And and I also want to thank you for having my cousin Chuck on one of your shirts as well. That was real.
Chuck, Chuck.
Rogers.
What Chuck you talking about? Oh, okay,
Charles
okay,
Rogers.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, you say Chuck, it's a lot. I'm thinking of, you know, it's a lot of people named Chuck, but I wasn't thinking about Charles Rogers. But yeah, no, for sure, yeah, definitely. Chuck is, you know, was legendary in the city. A lot of people, a lot of kids, our age, we looked up to Chuck. So I mean, he was an inspiration in himself anyway.
Yeah, I did too, man. And I was, me as a cousin, um, I was just really inspired by him just because I didn't want to just ride that wave like majority of my cousins was doing. Like, oh, Chuck, my cousin, and this and that. And I really wanted to just, um, ride my own wave. I don't surf.
Yeah,
I swim and everything like that. So I wanted to just come
yeah,
out with my own thing and with my own identity. I mention it every once in a while, but I just think it's just really important for people to find their own thing and do their own thing, and that's what I do. And and I
that's a fact.
also
That's a fact.
and I just also just just admire people like you that just been doing it for years, and then you coming up with different projects and different concepts, and that's you got a very extraordinary mind.
Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah,
always
man.
thinking, always kind of like brainstorming. So
Yeah, me too, bro. I mean, shoot, I wanted to rap. You know what I'm saying? I started rapping. I wanted to be an author. I'm
yeah,
working on that now. It's just the ideas, and it's just limitless. Like never put
yeah,
limitations on yourself, but it's okay if something don't work out. But I just always tell people that it's always something to do. It's always something to come up with,
yeah.
and it's always things to do.
You won't know until you try.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And
You won't know until you try.
also just um listen to the ones who support you. Don't pay attention to the ones that don't. and that's where people get caught up at.
Yeah,
It's
I don't, I
the
don't, I never under, I never understood that. Why would I be worried about, you know what I'm saying, somebody else that don't even care about what I got going on, or a naysayer or a non-supporter? Like, why would I even care about what they? I just never understood that. But I mean, I get it, I guess.
yeah, it's just backwards. I always just pretty much been an underdog my whole life and stuff like that, and I just never really try to gain approval from everybody. As long as I reach like 10 out of 100, I won, and that's what it
Yeah,
matters at the same time. It just makes me feel good knowing that I'm doing something positive. I give it my all, and then also just try to, you know, really help my family out because that's the thing. Because I know that you a father and stuff like that, and a good one at that.
oh yeah.
Good dad, and
I
I
appreciate
just
it, man.
respect that, man. Yeah. So, was that a hard transition for you, or was it natural?
Uh, what, just being a father, or just like, mixing? I mean, having to do both, or trying to balance it both.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, just whatever reaction you
Well,
want to come out with.
far as like being a father, I mean, that was kind of like second nature. I had my first son young, so I kind of had to like grow up quick. Um, and then like, over the years, it just came easy. Now I would say having that balance, finding that balance, that is a, everyday struggle. Balancing both, because
Yeah.
you got to be there. You got to be there for the kids, and then also you got to take care of business too. So just finding that balance. Um, it's a real major key. You know what I mean? So I mean, with that, I'm still learning every day. You know, still trying different techniques, still trying to figure it out. So I mean, for the most part, uh, that has been, the obstacle that I've kind of encountered with like entrepreneurship and being a dad. Just finding that balance. But once you find
Okay.
that balance, though, it's good though. You just got to stay on top of things.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Because I still work a regular job. So, and I told myself that I won't
I
go and
mean,
give my
shit, I do too. A lot of people don't know that. I still work. You know what I'm saying? I still work a regular job. I got I got the business. I got the clothing line. I got family situations, family things going on. I mean, that's why I say just finding that balance. Once you find that balance, everything can take care of itself.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. And I just told myself that I wasn't going to put 8 hours into a job and then come home and not do nothing for myself. I said that I'm not doing that no more.
Yeah,
Every day I'm putting something towards my future, something towards my goal. And I got to the point where my credit is like a white man's credit. So I was happy about that. That took a long time, man. And people just be like, oh, quit bragging and nobody care and this and that. Bitch, I care. Like, the fuck? Like, and that's the thing. Like, we
that's
gotta
mentality.
stop. Yeah, we gotta stop doing that because I respect everybody who come up and build themselves and make them and take their life seriously. Because a lot of people doesn't take their life seriously just because they fuck ups. They want you to be a fuck up too. And that's what goes with this
Nah,
with the circle. That who you associate, who you're around. Because if you're around losers, you're gonna be a loser too. So that's why you always gotta
you'll
really
be a loser. Yeah.
yeah, and that's why you got to always make sure that you're around somebody that's doing something positive with their life, because they ain't gonna bring you down. They gonna bring you up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You got to surround yourself around the right people. That's kind of like half the battle. Can't hang around some people that ain't on the same thing you on. At least some of the common goals. A lot of people be trying to be with the in crowd and be trying to have different ultimatums, and it don't work out that way. It's because you ain't around the right people. You're not around the right energy. So
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, I dig it.
Oh man, like no doubt, cause um, like my friend, my homeboy, man, he made me a boss. He put that in me. He fed that the possibilities, and I turned them possibilities into a reality. And now, like everybody who I come across, when they tell me they dream, when they tell me what they want to do, I'm the one that's pushing them. I'm the one that's giving them that pep talk, like, man, get off your ass and do it. Like, what the worst that can happen? Like,
Yeah,
you see me, like I just tell people, like, y'all see me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good, but I always be trying to encourage people, man, because no matter how silly or how crazy as it sounds, like, who am I to take them away from their dream or their passion? That's not how I do
right.
things. If anything,
Nah,
if I can't help you, I'm gonna point you to the right direction or the right person that can help you. That's how I always been.
yeah,
And and
yeah.
also,
Keep doing it. Don't change for nobody, man. Keep doing that shit.
yeah, man, thanks, man. Likewise, man. And yeah, I also wanted to ask you, was it something that you went through that was tough and that you overcame?
Uh, I think, as far as like with business, I think the hardest thing I had to do was shutting the shop down on Hamilton. Uh, Things just had got tight and things weren't going the way we wanted to. But I mean, look at it now. I mean, we got a whole new building, we doing a whole new different kind of business. It's still some of the same stuff we was doing. It's just not our. We're not focusing on our own brand, but like with the prolific printing, we take on different projects from different brands, and just helping people build their business. So I mean, yeah, I mean that in itself, because me and Trey, we put our all into that shop, and for us just to have to kind of like let it go. I think that probably was like one of the hardest things as far as like entrepreneurship. And I don't have no regrets. I mean, we did good over there. We did great. We learned a lot. Um, and we ain't had no help. Like, we did all that off the muscle. Like, me and him together. Like, we had a little team. We had some guys that helped. But as far as the mass of it all, we kind of like put that together and to what I'm saying, just let it go. I think that probably was the hardest thing. Um, but like I said, we bounced right back. Took a year off, a year and a half off, and you know, got right back to it.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. That's the greatest thing when you know, don't have help. And because I can't say that I did this all by myself, because I did have my homeboy Mark. He bought my equipment and stuff like that. But after that, I just had told him, get out the way. You know what I'm saying? I got this. And
Yeah,
and I just did that. But that's
yeah,
just but that's just like the beauty part of it, because everybody can't say that they did it just off the strength of muscle and hustle and patience. Everybody can't say that. A lot of people
yeah,
had help and had sponsors or had this and had that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I like it, to get it out the mud. I like to earn my stripes and pay dues and
yeah.
stuff like that. So that's the best feeling, because nobody can say that you sold
No,
out or
that's
you
real.
did this, you did that. So,
Yeah, they can't take it. They can't take that away from
no. And yeah, after we finish this live,
you. They can't
man,
take that.
just make sure that you drop the location to your store so people can come and shop. I don't know if they know where it's at now
Okay, yeah,
or
yeah, I
not.
do that.
So, I help you out with that, man. But yeah, I know that you probably pressed for time, man.
Yeah, I'll make
So,
sure I do that.
Yeah. So I know like you pressed for time. Is there
No,
any like
we gonna do a part we gonna do a part two for sure. We gonna really get into things on the next one for sure, for sure.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool, man. I can't give the Old Testament and New Testament all in the same night. So, this is the Old Testament right now. So the New Testament gonna be fire. I already know.
No, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, bro, I just want to say, man, thank you for coming, and I appreciate you for, making history with me, man, and just keep doing what you're doing, man, because you always been solid, man. We've been knowing each other since the high.
Likewise.
And like I said, man, I just wish you nothing but the best of your future endeavors and just keep your head up, dog.
Likewise. Same here, brother. Same here,
All right,
man. Stay
all
in
right, bro,
touch and
man.
we gonna set that up.
Okay, bro. Anytime, man.
All right, bro.
All right, peace.